Hello, this is Tom Still from the Wisconsin Technology Council. Thank you for joining us for today's edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by the Tech Council in partnership with WisBusiness.com and with the help of our sponsors, the Wisconsin Economic Development Corp and Exact Sciences. Welcome back to WisBusiness.com, the show. Again, I'm Tom Still from the Tech Council. A couple of events coming up. July 11th, we'll be in Wauwatosa to learn about the Data Science Institute. This is a project that was undertaken by Northwestern Mutual, Marquette University, and UW-Milwaukee, and it's really adding to the infrastructure in Southeast Wisconsin. July 23rd, we'll be in Madison to talk about investing trends in Wisconsin. We'll hear from some of the early stage investors in Wisconsin. We'll also take a look at our own Wisconsin portfolio publication, which is underway right now. July 31st, we'll be at the Oaks in Cottage Grove for our annual Tech Council golf outing. We're looking forward to having foursomes, individuals, and if you're not a golfer, just come on over to the reception only. You can sign up online as you see here. We recently wrapped up the Governor's Business Plan contest. This was our annual version of this contest. 150 initial entries. The grand prize winner was CranioSure, a Madison Life Sciences company that's looking to provide an early warning for a dangerous condition in infants. Our major prize sponsor for the contest was WEDC. Take a look at all of our winners at govsbizplancontest.com. And the contest took place, at least the finals did, in the context of the Wisconsin Entrepreneurs Conference, which was held this year in Milwaukee. It was a great event where we had keynote speakers such as Manish Arora, founder of Elephas, and our Seize the Day Award winner, Dr. Valerie Daniels Carter. Coming up next, an interview with Jonathon Horne of the Idea Fund of La Crosse. Hi, welcome back to WisBusiness.com, the show. I'm Tom Still from the Wisconsin Technology Council. Our guest today, Jonathon Horne. He's the principal in the Idea Fund of La Crosse, which is actually based in La Crosse. And we're so glad to have Jonathon here and to talk to him about the fund and what's going to be coming up. So,
Thanks
Jonathon,
for having
welcome.
me. Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
yeah, absolutely. So, first, maybe a bit of history on the Idea Fund. Why you and probably some other got it started, and how it fits into the Badger Fund of Funds now or in the future.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate you having me on. The idea fund goes back to 2017, where I got, really a life-changing opportunity. I'm from La Crosse. I was in New York at the time doing investment banking at JP Morgan, covering industrial companies. And I kind of got a message through some folks in town that there was a family that wanted to back a new venture capital fund based in La Crosse, and they had interest from an institutional investor that was helping to stand up for, venture funds managed by first-time managers. Venture capital was not on my radar at all, to be frank, at the time. But I started looking at it and realized, look, this is number one, a financial opportunity that I really believed. It wasn't proven, but I really believed it was an opportunity for investor return. And two, if we could do that, that it would be fantastic for La Crosse and the state at large. I mean, any one of these companies that we invest in can really be transformative for an area. And that means, not just returns, but it means jobs with good benefits. People can, buy a home, start a family, support the tax base, support the schools. So, I mean, to me, it's really how you drive growth in a community. And so I quit my job in New York in 2016, moved back, got our fund one up in 2017, worked very closely with the Badger Fund. They really, the hardest fund to raise is typically your first one because you have no track record. They gave us a lot of support, a lot of training. And they said, okay, you need to go out and raise $8 million. Will be 40% of whatever you raise, but you got to get the other 60%. But if you can do that, you're in business. And so went out and did it. Ultimately, we wound up raising $13 million. We invested in 11 early stage companies, all headquartered in Wisconsin. Very fortunate. We invested in some really great founders, people working hard, and we had really nice success. We sold the first one we invested in. We had a number of them grew really rapidly. We were able to show really nice results. And now, sort of on the basis of that performance, been able to raise Idea Fund 2, which is what you would really consider a standard venture capital fund. Badger Fund is an investor, but they were the second to last one in. We really had the fund together by the time they got approved to do second funds. We've got, LPs that were able to look at a track record and say, yeah, we believe in what you're doing. And so it's really this Idea Fund 2, which is $30 million plus fund, is really the fruition of everything, all the seeds the Badger Fund planted with us going back to 2016, and I think in the state even earlier.
Yeah. And well, and congratulations on that. And your success thus far is probably a big reason why you're now a partner in the new Wisconsin Fund of Funds. That's $100 million, 50 of which is public through the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. The other 50 will be private. So tell me why you think you stood out, because I know there was a lot of stiff competition to be a part of that fund.
Yeah, I think we're very grateful to have them involved with the fund and as an investor, number one. I think what they wanted to accomplish was really aligned with what we've been doing. Whether you're a venture fund manager or a startup, you want to be, very careful with your investor and make sure you understand we're all going at the same objectives here, and we're aligned on what success looks like. And with the Wisconsin Fund, we very much were. We had ultimately, like I said, we wound up raising 31.5 million. They were a really nice kicker. They were the kind of the final LP in. They announced it was $5 million. So it took us from, 26.5 to 31.5. It gave us, just a little more scale and resources to go support the portfolio company. And in fact, with the additional, you hire your team off management fees. I'd hired one person already, and we're able to hire a second person with the additional fee income, open an office in Eau Claire, and really, kind of add to the scale and support that we're able to bring to our portfolio companies. So they've been a great partner. I mean, and I think it was very aligned with what we're trying to accomplish, which is startup company success here in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Well, and that's where I want to go next, because now that you're a partner in the Innovation Fund, how would you characterize your investment focus moving ahead, meaning sectors, typical deal size, geography, because you've been very Wisconsin focused all along.
Yeah. Yeah, we did 100% of our fund one, like I said, went into Wisconsin. Really, when we went out to raise our second fund, my view was I wanted to do more of the same. So we're, essentially the same entry point into, very similar company profiles. So we're coming into companies that are pre-revenue, very early stage revenue, meaning maybe a few $100,000 a year at the high end. We'll take, we take risk, we invest with conviction. We'll often be the only investor, the first investor and the only investor in these pre-revenue rounds. And then we're investing in diversified end markets. So we're really, we focus on the geography and the development stage, and then look for diversification in the end markets. It looks a lot, the end markets we invest in look a lot like the employment base in the state and reflect kind of what we're really strong in. So you see a lot of technology companies in the industrial space, supply chain, agriculture, health IT, things like that. And what we often see is a lot of first-time founders. We're developing ecosystem. First-time founders coming out of industry, and they're working at a GE Healthcare as a supply chain engineer, for example, see a problem in their day-to-day life and, look for a solution, can't find it, decide to go build something on the outside. And so what the Wisconsin Fund really let us, was very much aligned with what we were trying to accomplish. And it gave us a really nice kicker to do more of those types of investments.
Excellent. Well, those sectors you mentioned are certainly fundamental to the Wisconsin economy. So, well, thanks to Jonathon Horne, and great, best of luck to the
Thanks.
Idea Fund moving ahead, and which, by the way, is a member of our Tech Council Investor Networks, which is a loose network of folks like Jonathon around the state. So thanks again, Jonathon, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks again to our sponsors, the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation and Exact Sciences. We'll see you next time.